Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Beth. For all of y'all that have never been here before, welcome. We've got a haul video tonight. I went thrifting today, but before we do that, I have my gloves on. We're going to redo that Christmas tree. I want that Christmas tree done, and I'm just going to redo it on the video with y'all. And then I'm going to show you what I got thrifting today. And then we're going to redo one of the items that I got thrifting today. So if that sounds like something you would enjoy, stick around. I'm going to flip this and we're going to get started. And I am excited, and I have to say this. I did get the membership up. I actually got it up yesterday. And I'm working on getting the members only Facebook group up. That's not going to affect the Facebook group we have right now. This is just an addition to the membership. And the last count, I had 6 wonderful new members, and I'm so excited. My goal was to get at least 10 the first week, and I'm more than halfway there, so I'm a happy camper. We're going to do the tree just a little bit different. With a star anyway. You know, you learn from doing. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of UV resin. Just a little bit. We're going to stick some in there. Okay. And I just realized I'm making a major mess with this because there's no cap on it. Of course. You really don't want to make a mess with UV resin because it stays tacky. It stays sticky until you put it up underneath the lamp. Unlike epoxy resin, evidently this does not have a top. And it's just running out everywhere. Okay. So let's just flip that back over. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of the silver crushed glass. And yes, I've got the same thing in there. It's silver crushed glass with the diamond dust. And I just want it up in the star area. I don't want it any further. Okay, and I'm going to put a little bit more. I don't know which one is, I think this one's stronger. Hold on a minute. This torch is a lot stronger than the lamp, so I'm getting it started this way. Okay, and then I am going to stick it up underneath here for just a minute or so. And we'll go ahead and get the color ready for the Mix2Mold. And I'm going to put green. But if you remember, I added just a touch of black to it. I'm going to do the same thing this time. Okay, and we're going to go ahead. I don't want to just dump it in there, so we're going to spoon it in. I think this is just about right here. And so we are going to move this out of the way. We are going to put the mold on this so we can move it without damaging it, because we're going to need to move it. Okay, and I am going to do the same thing. I'm not going to have to fill the center, but I may end up, if we have extra left over. We'll see. Okay. I think I want just a little bit more black. Just a touch. I'm just trying to get that blue-green. Did I add green to it? I just added more green, didn't I? I did. I just added more green. Just a drop. Come on. There you go. And I'm just making sure it's really good and mixed. Okay. And then I'm going to start pouring. It has been a rainy old day here, and I almost didn't go anywhere. I almost talked myself out of going, but I haven't been thrifting in over a month at least. And so I made myself get up and get out, even with it being like it was outside. And I'm so glad I did. This is when it gets messy. But you know, it's on the thing, so I don't care. Mix2Mold is probably one of the easiest things you can clean. My goal right here is to make sure that I've got enough of the crushed glass. So when I sand it down, I'm going to get crushed glass. But I also want enough Mix2Mold so it will not break on me. That's another reason to have it on something when you're using Mix2Mold, is because you can do this right here. And I'm going to go ahead and do the center. I don't know. I've got some left. So I'm going to just go ahead and put the rest of it in there. Okay. I'm just making sure that it is everywhere it needs to be. And it looks like it is. So I'm moving this, and in about an hour or so we'll check it and see. Okay. And now after I get through with this, I will be doing a members only video. I've not done one yet. I did a welcome for the members only. And I did a little short. It was just a spontaneous thing. Because I noticed that I had gotten more members and I got excited, so I went outside and just did a welcome. I think it was like 2 minutes, if it was that long. And Buster was out there. But I want to make sure that I continue to put out a video at least every other day. A regular video. That's pretty much my average. Sometimes, depending on what's going on, I might go 3 or 4 or 5 days without a video. But I've been trying really hard to do one every 2 days. And I'm going to continue to strive for that. And then, Of course, the membership says at least one craft video a month. I can almost guarantee it's going to be more than one, but there will be at least one because that's what's in there. And I didn't even put the shorts, but that's going to be in there too. Okay, let's just get started with this. But I would love to see everybody over there. And yes, it is $4.99 a month. But I think you're going to get a whole bunch for that amount. So I'm just excited about it. Okay, here we go. I can take my gloves off. Wait a minute, let me get this UV resin out of here. Because I know that I'm not going to need this. So let me just get this stuff out of the way. So I will be ready to do the other. Okay. Now I'll take my gloves off and we'll get started with the thrift haul. And I did go to the Salvation Army today. And green was 50% off and pink was $1. And so the first thing I saw was this, which meant it was $2.50. And it's this. And I think this is what we're going to be redoing today. For $2.50. Yeah, I was excited about this. I don't like the metal, but I like the design. And so, yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. Let's see if I can get it off without much problem. Oh, yeah, it comes right off. Okay. And then, let's see. I got this. This is for May. This was $1 because it was pink. And of course, y'all know that I love this color. And I also like that it has the Bible verse on the front. It says, "You are mine," Isaiah 43:1. And this is, the brand is called The Chosen, which I don't know what that is. Oh, that came right off. Oh, this is cool. And what I'm thinking about, you remember those things that I got from Temu? The polishing stones. Do you remember these? I showed them to you. And one broke, but I wasn't upset about it because you can... There it is. I want to show you too. If you have old cups, and this white does get dirty, you can take this and you can sand this and you can get those marks off. I don't know if you can see that, but you see how white that looks? I just wanted to share that with you. You can get that off of there. So this is my new coffee mug for $1. I really like it. Okay. And then she gave me this little bag too, and I love little totes because it helps me to take stuff up and down. Oop! Oh goodness! Well, that was lovely. I just hit the help reduce plastic Publix. I need to carry that with me every time I go to Publix because their bags are horrible. That's on the bottom of it. That's what I'm going to do. Although I very rarely go in and just buy one bag, but I will keep this in the car. And I love the fact that they do that. They'll give you bags like this. I just think it's really cool. And I don't know why these were pink, and they didn't see the P. That means pink. It was $1, and I love the color. And I thought maybe we could try doing some really cool things to these. I don't know. I may decide to keep them. I don't need these, but they're like espresso cups. And I don't know what the brand is. Squeeze? Do you know what Squeeze is? I've never heard of Squeeze. Do y'all know what Squeeze is? But I got 4 cups for $1. They'd be a great teacup for me, though. And I do drink tea off and on, especially during the winter. But there's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with these. And the color, of course, you know I love the color. And, you know, they're saying those UV stickers, once you get them on, they're on there. You don't have to put anything on top. You can actually even put them on the top rack of your dishwasher. Now, I do know that years ago, I would take the Starbucks to-go cups. I would buy them by the case from Starbucks. And with my silhouette machine, I had a Cameo. I still have it. I made all sorts of designs and put them on there. And, of course, you saw the Starbucks logo in the center, but it had different designs. I couldn't make them fast enough. I was selling them for $10 a piece. And this was 15 years ago, I guess. And I just couldn't make them fast enough. Well, I had made a set for my sister and my niece. And Debbie doesn't wash anything. Everything goes in the dishwasher. And that's my sister. And hers lasted for 2 years. And it just had the vinyl on top of it. I didn't put anything. In fact, back then, you were told not to cover that vinyl up with anything. They said, oh, that's bad. Don't take vinyl. Don't put resin over vinyl. Oh, I remember that distinctly. And now everybody's doing it. But look at the color. That's the reason why I got them, because there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And I thought about, oh, I could get some really cute little UV stickers and see how well they do hold up. Maybe run them through the dishwasher a couple of times and let you know. And maybe put a saying on one side and a little cute picture on the other side. Who knows? But for $1, there's no way that I was going to leave those there. Not that color. Okay. Oh, and the next one. The next one is, I really like this. I'm going to paint this, and I'm thinking about putting resin on it. Doing like a pour. I've never done that on this channel. We're going to be doing it in the members side of it. And we're going to be doing it in canvas. But I really thought about, as soon as I saw this, I really thought about, oh, I need to do a resin pour over the top of this. Yeah, I'm looking to see if that's going to come off of there. This was $2.99 minus my 25%. So 75 cents off, so I got it for $2.25. And I want to, I used to have a thing that I made that said hello, but I just absolutely love the way this is. And I probably should have used my heat gun to get that off, but I'm persistent. So one little piece left. Okay. But I like the rough edges too. So I'm torn. Parts of me wants to do the pour with that. And I know I'd be wasting a lot because of the, but I really like the rough edges. So I may paint it and then sand it just to get the rough edge, because it looks like rust. And I love that. It's not rust, but so I may just paint it, but this is going to be where you come on, it's going to be laying right there. So I can't paint it my favorite color, or it's going to blend. It's going to blend in. So I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think I should do. Yeah, in the comments, tell me what you think that I should do with that. Because I think this is going to be so much fun. And y'all are going to have to see it every time you see a video. So I want it to be something that y'all are going to like too. I know it's supposed to hang on the wall, but it's going to sit right there. Unless I have to move it, and then I'll set it over there. But you'll see it every time I come on one side or the other. Hi will be right there. Okay, and then the next one, I almost didn't get it. And then it was like, oh, Beth, it's only 75 cents. And because I get 25% off because it's senior day. And it needs to be painted. And I will take the background out. But I thought, oh, there's so much stuff I could do with that. That's actually a pretty piece of paper somebody stuck in there. And somebody just took scrapbook paper and put in there. But for 75 cents, and the frame is really nice. It's not a cheap frame. And the Dollar Tree's got some cute frames, but you can tell they're cheap. The backs are plastic and stuff. This is not like this. And I like the fact that it has the closures. And I already had the ribbon on the, which I don't know if I'll keep or not. But for 75 cents, I thought this would be so cute. And then I thought, you know what? All those little things that I pour all the time. And I have them everywhere. I've got them bagged up. I have bags and bags and bags of this, which are still for sale if anybody is interested in them. Okay, that would be perfect. If I changed the background and put that in there, oh, that would be perfect. That is the perfect size. And I think I'm going to paint this black and do it in gold. And it's got the black hanger. Yep, that's exactly what I'm going to do. First thing I picked up. And this reminds me so much of Ollie. But we're going to play. But yeah, that is. Okay. But then we have a deer. The deer's too big. Nope, the deer's not too big. Okay. I think these trees are, though. Yeah, the trees are. But I could actually cut them down, but then I couldn't get the deer in with that. You could just do that. And then I have these whimsical trees. Oh, and then I have this. It needs to be painted, but a deer thing. And then I have, that one's not done. Let's see if any of these, they all fit, but this is what I'm going to do. That right there, I can tell you right now, because that just, yep. But you could make that into a Christmas thing too. You could put one of the ornaments that I made, or that you make, if you've got a frame. What is that? Is that a spider? Oh my word, that is a spider. Okay. to you. We'll try a few things out. I have to find them because I have a bunch of it in here. Okay. Yeah, this is another bag. This is a bag I put together. I don't think y'all have seen this. This has got a bunch of the ornaments that I poured. But it also has some snowflakes. But it also has a snowman and a Christmas tree and then the Holy Family. Yep. Okay, let's see. I think this is too big. Yep, that's too big. Okay. Take that part off and you could put that in there, but I don't really like that one either. I don't like the snowflakes. Okay. And if anybody is interested in this, I sell these bags, even as much as it's in here. Yeah, $10 plus what the shipping is. But now this is heavy. This is going to be right at £1, I think. So the shipping's going to cost you probably about $9. But $10 a bag. Let's see. The background is throwing it off too some. You could do it that way and have, but no. Nope. See, I think my first one is the one that I need to go with. These are really pretty though. Yeah, these are not. Those don't fit. That's it. That's I don't know what the background should be though. Oh wait. I may have found something else too that I pulled this out just to see because it's the nativity and I know that won't fit in there. Okay, but and of course this is the wrong color, but you could have, where is Joseph? Nope. Nope, it's too big. Oh my. You could do it that way. And then you could put the angels up that way with the star. That's too, no. Yep, okay. It doesn't need to be busy. I could paint this. I could just paint that. and attach it to that. But what color? Black? We're going to leave this out. This may be the item that we redo. We may end up doing 2 of them because this won't take long. Okay, let me put this stuff up and we will get back to the next item. Is this. This was half off, so I paid $2.50 for this. I just love this, and I don't know what I'm going to do with this. This originally was Kirkland's. And this is 7 years old from Kirkland's. And I think what I'm going to do is make a resin cross. And just, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I just knew that I just hit this and everything went fine. Okay. I just knew that for $2.50, I wanted that. Okay. And then I saw this. This right here. And it was, I paid $1.25 for this. And this is old. It's even got the little leather strap. And no, I don't want the footprint thing on there. And I don't even know. I don't even know if you can get that off. Part of me says just leave it on there. And we're not going to take the whole thing off. I just want to show you. I always do when I buy something. If I've got an idea for it. And I normally don't buy anything without having some kind of idea of what I can do with it. If I pick something up and I really like it, but I can't think of a thing to do with, I won't get it. Unless I buy it for me personally or something, you know, to use in the house. But that doesn't really happen a lot because I have so much stuff. I need to start thinning out. And I'm not talking about my craft stuff. Oh yeah, this is not going to be too bad. I'm not putting much pressure on there. And since I plan on repainting it, and you know, I bought a shop vac from Freight when they were on sale. So cleanup and stuff like this would be easier, and then I could get the stuff off the floor a lot easier and stuff like that. Well, Dan went with me that day when I got it. That silly thing's still upstairs. He's using it to suck up the stink bugs as they come in the house. That way we don't smell them. Oh, they're everywhere. Now we try to put, if bugs get in the house, even wasps and stuff like that, somebody, not me, but somebody in the house, normally Dan or John, if it's any other kind of bug, you know, that doesn't sting and stuff, I don't have a problem picking it up. And unless it's a June bug, you might as well forget about June bugs. Oh, I can't stand those things. No, no, no. You want to see a grown woman scream and run? You just see me around a June bug. But that's from my childhood. That is trauma left over from my childhood. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is wonderful. Look, you can even see the wood. Ooh, I may be stripping this and not repainting it. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Okay. I don't want to gouge it. Look at that. See, I'm going easy. And I said I wasn't going to do this, didn't I? I said, oh, don't worry. I'm not going to take it all off. Y'all probably started laughing as soon as I said it, knowing that I'd end up taking it all off. I do that a lot. And I have every intention of, when I say that, of not doing it. But then I get so tied up in it that, you know, it's all off. And yes, I sweep my floor every day. If you see me doing this, I'm sweeping it up off the floor, onto the floor. But then I sweep my floor every single day. After I get through off camera, then I clean. And sometimes I'm down here for a couple hours cleaning. What I don't understand is, oh, that's part of the... That's glue on here. Which I would paint. I think I'd paint that part too. But this is a real wood slab, y'all. Let me know. If you saw this, would you have picked it up for $1.25? And that can come off. You can sand that right off. Yes, I'll show you. Oh, goodness. Where'd my water go? maybe you couldn't. Oh my word. Well, you could paint over it. Oh yeah, you could sand it off if you kept going, which I am not. But that's just to show you that, yes, you can. Okay. And let's see what the next item is. Oh, okay. $3 minus 70, so I paid $2.25. And I actually, when I saw this, I thought of Donna. Hi, Donna. I just recently, and she's a member here. She subscribes to my channel. She is not a member of the membership thing. She is a subscriber. She is a viewer. She is a friend. She's also on Facebook. And I just recently found out that she likes Western stuff. And I probably wouldn't have ever picked those up. But as soon as I saw it, I thought, Western. Oh, Donna likes Western. And I looked at it, and I thought, I keep looking for my Exacto. Oh, there it is. And I looked at it, and I thought, huh, I wonder if I could make silicone inlays with these. Which I know you can with stamps, but these are tiny stamps. These are small. But, you know, J. Diction has that wonderful brush-on silicone rubber. Now, these are, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 for $2.25. So, that's what, 22 cents a piece, 23 cents a piece, but they've got a lot of ink on them. And depending on how old or how long, I would have to go in, and I'm showing you, and I do have 99.9% rubbing alcohol. And that does make a difference. And right now, I actually should have my gloves on. And I'm just telling you, I don't. I've got a bunch of cotton that's protecting my fingers from, but when you're dealing with this, you really need your gloves on. It's not like the rubbing alcohol, the 70% that most homes have and have had, and what they use at the hospitals to wipe your, that's 70%. Okay, so they do come clean. It's going to take me a while, but I thought, oh, how fun would that be to make a silicone inlay. And Donna, if I'm able to do it, I'm just going to ship you a set. Just because she shared some pictures with me. I've asked, I don't know how, or actually I've asked all of y'all to share pictures of your work and to email it, because I love seeing that. And she is the only one that has done that. Now Vivian, which is on Facebook, she started posting some of her stuff that she's done on Facebook. And I do have quite a few people on Facebook that post stuff. But she was the very first one. And actually, she's the only one so far that has sent me anything of what she did. And I've not shown it on here yet because I still haven't got it uploaded to my iPhone. But if I can get these to work, yeah, I'm going to just send you a set of them, Donna. And I don't know if they're all going to clean up good or not, but this will be a fun project to see if it's doable. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different type of horses. The barn. And fence. That almost reminds me of a racing fence. I don't know why. No, that's a jumping. That's what they use to jump over. Okay. That's what I'm thinking. And then, oh, the awards. But something tells me there's a stamp missing. One stamp missing. That's weird. They looked full when I, yes, I'm going to have to go back and watch this video because it looked full when I opened it up. And now it looks like there's one stamp missing. That's odd. Alrighty, so let's move on to, speaking of making a mold. Now, I sat here and looked at this thing, I know, for 20 minutes before I picked it up. Why it took me 20 minutes? Because it was only $1. It's solid wood. But I sat there and studied this thing for 20 minutes before I decided, yeah, okay, maybe that would work. Because the only reason why I would want that is if I could make a mold out of it. I mean, how wonderful would it be to have a mold? I'd go through every corner of my house and I'd be sticking these things up everywhere. And I came to the conclusion I would have to pull that staple out. But if I glued it in this way, poured it that way, then this would be, no, this way. Yeah, I'd have it this way. Yep, I do it this way. There's a little opening right there that the silicone rubber would run down into. This would be the opening. I would take this out. Okay, I would take that part out. And it would leave this. So where we could put one of those in so you could hang it up. I'm going to try it. I got this specifically to make a mold out of. And then $1.50. These are suture remover kits. I would have bought every one they had. This is the only one that I saw. And the reason why is because of, that comes with alcohol pads. Oh, that's iodine. I'll give that to Dan though. I should have kept that. A pair of tweezers. You see that flat edge on there? Do you see that? I like that. Okay, so, but you see that? Oh, they're going to be sharp. So I got a pair of scissors that's stainless steel. I got a pair of tweezers that's stainless steel for $1.50. And I'm going to throw those away, actually. And then I got this. It's $1.99, so I paid $1.49. It's sea glass. It's a brand new bag of sea glass. That's going in resin. I'm not sure what yet, but yeah. I was happy about this. Okay. And then the next thing we got, oh yeah, there's a bunch more. I paid $6 minus 25%, so that is $1.50 off. So I paid $4.50, and this is a Starbucks. And I liked the design on here. I don't know what the year is. I looked to see. But I couldn't find a year. And alcohol takes that right off. They don't use the white grease markers like Goodwill. Okay. It's 16 ounces. It says do not microwave. That's a different language. Manufactured by Starbucks Coffee Company, Seattle, Washington, with the zip code. Starbucks Coffee Company, all rights reserved. Made in China. That's a different language. It's got 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I don't know what that means. Then there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 clock thing up here. But I saw no date, which is unusual. There's a serial number right there. But it is in good condition. Maybe it's on the inside. I don't see it on the inside either. Nope. And you have that. How does that work? Is that supposed to come down? So I can't put a straw on this. I don't know. I'll have Ashley look at it. But I thought that was a good price for the Starbucks cup. Okay. And then I got these. Now, there's supposed to be 4 of them, but they're daylight. And light bulbs are expensive. Now, I did ask her, I said, these do work, right? They're not dead light bulbs. And she said, no, we have people that check these. So, that's different. They all feel different. And I can't take that out. But I need them for my lights down here. I have a clamp-on light right there. And I thought for that price, that was really good. And did I show you the price? $2.99 minus my 25%. So $2.25 for 4
LED day light. They're supposed to be daylight bulbs. These evidently are not what's in here, though, and that's what concerns me. Okay, I just now noticed that. These may not work. But she said they did, so it does not say. These are great value. That's great value. This one feels so much lighter. Like, this is a Honeywell one. Okay, there's 3 of the, but they don't look like the ones on the front, do they? Well, maybe. Okay. But for $2 1/4 for 4 light bulbs. Okay, and then, oh, I was so happy to find this. And I was really happy to find it for the price that I found it. Now remember, I told you green was half off and pink was $1, right? Well, here's a wonderful manger. Still has the tag on it. I paid $1 for it. It was $20 at Hobby Lobby. Now, I'm not sure if I like this or not, but I think I can clean that up off the front anyway. Maybe by scraping it, because it's just that snow. Yes. And I'm just showing you this so you know. If you see a piece and it's like, you think, oh, well, I'd get it, but, well, you can get it because it does come off. Now, I'm scrubbing a little bit, and I do have alcohol. And just taking that little bit off the front helps a lot. I think I'll probably take some of this off too. I like the more wood. But the reason why I was so happy about this, and I'll show you, I hope that they're not going to be too big. I'm hoping. Ah, yeah. Perfect, perfect. These molds I got from Temu. Somebody on Etsy sells the back with the stand so they set up. And I ordered it. And I paid $19.99 for that. It's made out of the wood. Not the wood, but that compressed wood. I'm going to make a mold out of that set. So I can re-pour them over and over again. So I can re-pour these over and over again. And I've got the stand for them. And then that allows me to put them inside here. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. I did not realize this came from Hobby Lobby. And I paid $1 for it. And yes, I am happy, happy, happy. Because when I pour these, and even with the animals, I have a little stand, and they'll be able to set inside this manger. I mean, how wonderful is that to find something like that you need. And it was one of the last things I found. And it was like, oh my. I was happy. Okay, that is not all. I told you I had a bunch of stuff. We're going to get this off of here real quick. This brush does a pretty good job of removing. I I could just pick it up and get it off a whole lot easier though. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Now, the next items are big. And I have two of these. I'm just going to show you the one, because it's so big. Can you see it? I paid $4.99 minus 25%. So $1.50. So I paid $3.50 for these. And they're normally sold for $20.99. So the wood pile, Hobby Lobby, and these are 19.5 inches round in diameter by 5 inches thick. No, by 0.5. Yeah, they're not 5. A half inch, basically. But I got two of them. I was happy about those two. Those are going to be tables. They're going to be resin tables, y'all. And then this thing, the last thing, y'all. This is my weird thing. This is my thing that I bought that I'm not quite sure what it is. I mean, I know what it is, but I don't know if there's any way that I'm going to be able to incorporate it or not into something that I need. So I'm going to just set it up here so we can look at it together. It's stuck on something. Oh my, this is heavy. What is it stuck on? The heater wire. There it goes. Okay, this was half off. It was $9.99. So I paid $4.98 for it. Okay. I think this was a display for essential oils. I think. And I'm trying to get the chain off. There it goes. I'll leave the chain on it. I just don't want the essential. Okay. So, yes, it was a display. But when I saw this, I thought, oh my, pigments. That comes right off of there. Oh my, because they just slide. Okay, and let's just see how easy. Oh yeah. I think this is my best find of the day. Is it my favorite? No. But money-wise, I think this is the best find, because this is wood. And this is not something that would be. I don't know how this is done though. Okay, what are those for? Okay, we're going to set it. Okay. Uh-oh. I don't know if this is the way it goes. That doesn't make any sense. No. Okay, wait a minute. Oh no. It did not come with instructions, because I'd be reading them right now if it came with instructions. Okay. So you have this. It's as wide as that. But then you have something up here. Are y'all hollering at me right now and saying, Beth, Beth? This is when I really wish I could hear y'all. Okay. That fits down in there. That I know. What does that do? And what is this for? Could it be like this? And then I don't see the purpose of these things. At least that would go. But what are these things for? Did they fall down there? I don't have a clue, y'all. I don't know. I'm going to have to Google it and find out. Without losing all the pieces. But, nope. Oh, but these would. Oh, my alcohol inks, and you could put them up here, but you couldn't put the top on there, but you could have put a bunch of stuff. What would fit up there? Okay, wait a minute. Let's try the pigments. Yep. But of course I couldn't tell what color they were. They do fit right there, but there's not enough of them. I like these little things. These are the ones that I make. I have the mold for that, and the ones that have the little holes. I don't know what this is for, but it's solid wood, and I bet you somebody would know what it's for, and somebody would want it. And this might go on to Facebook Marketplace once I figure out what it actually is. But if you know, please leave it in the comments. It's not light. Okay. I'm going to set this right over here. And how long has it been? Let's check on the Christmas tree. What do you think? It's been an hour. Should we try it? It looks like it's darker this time. I'm just doing this very lightly. anything I can do not to put any kind of stress on this. Because it's actually the way it's made, that star, it's just got such a tiny little. Okay, well, it's been in here long enough, that's for sure. And we've not... And I am being very gentle with this. Not putting any undue oh, I forgot about this piece needing to come out. Whew. Okay, well, it's out. Oh, the star turned out good. Ah. Okay. And that's the hole for this. Okay, so we're going to flip this over. I'm going to lay it right here on the mold. And I'm going to flip this over. I don't know if y'all knew this, and they don't advertise it, but you know what? I always think about different ways I can use stuff. So I'm putting it on the silicone so it doesn't make a total mess, because I still don't have paper towels down here, y'all. I may have to run upstairs and get paper towels to finish this. But right now we're gonna start on it anyway. Okay. I'm gonna put water on it. There it comes. Okay. That is great. I love the star. I love the way the star turned out. Okay. Now I could sand that down more, but I'm okay with the way that it looks. Uh-oh. I just dropped something. I don't know what it was I dropped. Oh, it was my ring. Oh goodness, y'all. Hold on a minute, and I'm gonna look for it. It's the one that I just got that I really like. Okay. I'm gonna stop the video long enough to see if I can't find it. Well, alrighty, we are back. I've got this sanded down. Now this is the original one. And that goes in there, but I think this one fits this tree better. And instead of using a big giant jump ring, I have these necklaces in just about every color, and I am just going to cut this. There it goes. I knew it would do that. Okay. Shoo, that stinks. Okay. Flip it over. Now this is still really, really wet. So I can't really put what needs to go on there right now because it wouldn't stick. I'm going to cut this, but then I'm also going to burn the ends. Okay. Now this is what it would look like. And it stands up in there really, really well. I do need to clean that up, I guess, a little bit and cut that down, which I can do. But I want y'all to see what it does look like. And what I thought about putting on there, and I think I'm probably going to do this, is just pour JOI and put that in there with the 10-minute cure polyurethane, because it would bring this color up a little bit. I had cut these out. These are the UV, DV, whatever sticker things to put right there, which would be really cute too. But I sort of like my other idea right there. And once it dries for a couple of days, I will go back in and I will really sand the edges down. And I may do a different color on the edge. But at least you can now see. And I don't know if you can see how it glistens, but the whole thing, even the base. This is actually a very, very pretty holiday decor once I get the center done. But it's way too wet for that right now. Alrighty. And I think because we, see, I got paper towels. I did. I went upstairs and I got paper towels. I think we're going to redo this. It won't take that long. I'm going to go ahead and move all this stuff out of here to give me a little bit more room. Okay. Oh wow, where'd the black come from? Okay, I'm going to bring this up a little. Yep. I could put gold, but this is going to be black with gold. So I don't know, y'all. I do not know what to put back there. Let's get the frame painted. Oh, that's the back. Okay, I can play around with that. I might not even have to paint that. Okay. I do think it would look better. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and paint this black. I am looking to see if I do have the terracotta. So I am going to use the terracotta. That's their black and the terracotta. I really like this paint because it has a texture to it. And I really need a bigger brush. I don't like these little streaks in here. It is really good about getting into every little space though, so let me do this and then I'll see if I can't find something to smooth it out with. I need a bigger brush. Okay, let me go over here. These are not bigger though. These are smaller. Let's see. How that works. Oh yeah. Oh, that's quite lovely. Okay. Hmm. Yes, I thought about it. You could see my brain moving, couldn't you? Yes. Okay. Now we are going to try to help it along here. Okay. And we're going to come back over here and we're going to do this. And the reason why I'm doing this is so it has the same tint as the frame. But also, because I want to be blending some colors in there with it, and I want there to be paint on the background so I can blend it. I'm not putting a whole lot of paint on here. And these makeup brushes are awesome for smoothing out the paint. I suggest you go to the Dollar Tree and get some really cheap thick makeup brushes. Okay. Now I am looking for, I don't know if I'm going to find that color in the terracotta. So I may have to make my own. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I want some kind of purple. So, this is more of a brown. I don't think I'm going to be able to get a color that I want, but we will try. I might use alcohol inks to get the color I want. I'm sitting here looking at something that I think would be fine for it, so sorry. No, this is going to be that putrid color. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Okay. Well, wait a minute, wait a minute. Ugh. Did I get a purple? I wanted a purple. So I got me a purple. Oh yeah, that's the purple. Come on. Okay. Okay, we're going to dry that. I'm just trying to get a subtle. Can you see that in the... I hope you can see that. I don't know if you can see it or not. And then I'm going to take just a little of the white. Okay, and I need a little bit of yellow. Just a touch. I say just a touch, I mean just a touch. And I put a lot of water. Can you see the background I'm going for? Okay. And once again, I'm going to just try to do little, I don't want a whole lot this time. Just enough to make it look. And that one's a little bit too much, so I will blend that into the background. Ooh, I am really liking this actually. Okay, let's just look and see how this is look. Oh, this is looking pretty cool. With the gold there. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the back painted. I'm going to be sorry for not taking these off. I can tell already. Yeah, I'm not cutting much off, and it was just easier for me to do it this way. So let me get these all pushed up the way they go. Let me move that out of the way. Boy, my hands are a mess. Okay. And if you don't want to watch me paint, you can always fast forward. I find it very relaxing to watch someone paint, but that's just me. I really enjoy painting. It doesn't really matter what kind of painting. Last night I was sitting there upstairs. I have these little wood slabs, little miniature things I've had for a long time. And I bought them just to paint little tiny watercolor paintings. I was going to make them into magnets and keychains. And I finally got around to, and no, I did not film it. That's the first thing I have done in, oh, I don't know how long, that I actually did not film. Because I was just sitting there painting watercolor ground on the wood, so I could actually paint watercolor on them. And there's that. I want to make sure that okay, and I'm going to set that over here, and I'm going to help it along. Oop. Okay. And I am going to do this. I'm going to be putting I've got a lid missing. There it is. Whoop. Okay. Now I'm going to find some water. So I can go ahead and Make sure my brushes. And I'm going to set these over here and get them out of the way for right now. And I am going to make sure this is clean because we're going to clean the glass, and we're going to be putting the gold on it and putting it back together. And I don't want it setting in paint. Okay. I'm doing the same thing with my hands. I want to make sure that nothing comes off of my hands onto it. Look at my hands. I don't think it's going to come off though, so I think we're safe. We are going to clean this. I do always try to clean stuff with Windex. Somehow I've got a cord wrapped around my paper towels and they're not working right. Okay. And now my hands look horrible. Now, if you don't like that, you can paint it black. I'm not doing that right now. But what I am going to do, because I have alcohol on this. Oh, and I hope I can find it down here. See it. There it is. Okay. I knew I had it down here. Hairspray. I'm going to turn the fan up a little bit for just a second. So I think hairspray stinks. And I've got the air purifier on. And I am just... Whew. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Woo-wee. It does stink. See? Hairspray. Red. Yep, I knew it.
aerosol hairspray, y'all. Set the air purifier to red. And it's still running red. The TVOC is 6.9 from spraying hairspray. It's dry. Yeah. Okay. Now I am going to put a sealer on it. And I think I'm going to be using the J. Diction. I really like the J. Diction sealer. I use a lot. And we'll see if it works with the alcohol ink. It should with the hairspray, as long as it does not remove it. Got the sealer on that, and I'm just sort of swiping it, and it is taking some of it, but not a whole lot. So if I can get enough on here to seal it in, I think we'll be good. And I think I did, so we are good to go. See, there was a little bit of color on there, but with alcohol ink, normally any kind of water will just dissolve it. That's what the hairspray is for. And it works. It works really well. That looks cool. Okay. I have fingerprints on this again. And I do not want fingerprints on this. Oh, there's something all over this. Okay. Probably the hairspray. Oh, come on.
Okay. What is that? Oh, that's going to drive me bonkers. It's probably not even going to show up, but it's still... Okay. Now we're going to get... Come on. There you go. I'm not worried about getting too much. I always sand it off. I want a mixture of it both. See what's happening here. Okay. And I'm putting the black back in the to add a little bit of depth. And I'm not sure if I like this, to be quite honest. But I'm not done working with it, so Okay. I'm getting the black off of my brush. I go in with the gold. I want there to be gold popping up. Around the edges. And I'm taking it softly trying to blend it in a little bit. You do not want to get it heavy-handed here. I have very little on my brush, but I can really mess this up right now. And I may have just done that by what was on my finger. Oh, that sucks right there. That was silver. Okay, cool. I got it off. Okay. Okay, I do like that better. Okay. Here we go. Yes, you could paint it black right now. This would be the perfect time to paint it black. I'm going to get the silver off of my fingers real fast, so I don't get it all over the picture frame. And I put it in wrong. Okay. Nope. Okay. Goodness. Nope. There it is. Why is it not? There, I got it. Okay. I am going to go ahead and just touch that up. Just use this brush right here just to touch up. Before I spray it on. And yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be spraying. Let me go ahead and just paint the whole thing. That way it will be uniform. And it doesn't take that much longer to do. I'm just going to leave it alone. Or you could put a label right there. And then put something on the label. You could do so much with this. And I don't know if I like that frame or not, but it is what it is. And I do like the background though. Oh yeah, I have listened to that fan. I forgot that it was on. It's on auto. Okay, before I do that, I'm going to get some of these gloves on just to protect my hand from the super glue. Shoo! That stinks. I'm going to turn the fan up again. But it did not turn red. Should have taken a picture before. I could have done before and after. Oh well. So yeah, I can't stand looking at this. So I can do it that way. Oh goodness. Where am I getting the black at? Okay. It's on there. Yeah, I'm just getting where the spray is left over. Okay. Okay, what do you think? The frame cost me $1 and a little bit of paint. That's the back, and I still got silver on it. No, it's not dry yet. I think it looks pretty cool. Then of course again, we will get the Christmas tree back out. And that's what that looks like so far. I'm gonna love this right here. It's heavy, it's solid, and I like the green corded necklace that I cut because it blends right into it. Alrighty, I'm gonna leave my gloves on because they look better than my nasty old hands. I'm gonna say thank you again so much for joining me and being such a supportive group of viewers. I appreciate each and every one of you. Whether you choose to do the membership or not, it doesn't matter. I still appreciate each and every one of you because you all support the channel in your own ways. Liking and doing the thumbs up is a way of supporting the channel. Sharing is another extremely great way of supporting the channel. Hyping is another way. Commenting and watching all the way through, it is a great way of supporting the channel. All these tell YouTube that, okay, they're liking what they see, so we'll push it on up to more people. So when you like, when you share, when you comment, those three things are telling YouTube, okay, let's push it up to some more people. And that helps the channel grow so very much. And I just want to thank each and every one of you for doing that. And if you've not subscribed, 49% of you watch me all the time and you've not hit that subscribe button yet. It's free. The subscribe button doesn't cost a thing. Now I do have a new membership, and I hope this is not confusing for people. That membership is $4.99 a month, and you get perks for that. My channel is going to stay the same. I just added another part to it. And if you want to be a part of that, it's called Beth's Golden Circle. It is $4.99 a month. You do get shout outs And I'm fixing to shout out the new members here in just a minute, because you do get shout outs even on regular videos. And you get a full craft video that only members will see once a month. You also get early access to certain videos for being members. You also will get member-only shorts. You'll also get a member-only Facebook, which is not up yet, but it will be shortly. You also, there's a lot of things for the $4.99. And if you're thinking about doing it, I would love to have you. But if you can't, I understand that too. I really do. It's just another thing I've added for the ones that want to do it. Alrighty. I'm going to say thank you again. I hope you have a great weekend coming up. Today is Thursday. I had such a good time at Salvation Army today. First time I've been in the thrift store in a month, and I had a lot of fun. And before I forget it, I'm going to call out the members that I know that I have. Well, let me just make sure that there's not any more before. Mary Beth, thank you so much. I just noticed that she left a comment. Hey Beth, everything turned out very beautiful. I'm not reading the thing, but thank you so much, Mary Beth. We also have a Facebook group for everybody over on Facebook if you'd like to join that. That doesn't cost anything. Nothing costs anything except for the membership. I was amazed that I remembered the names, because I am not good with names. Okay, yep, it's the 6. And the first one is Laura. The second one is Mary, and these are just in the order that's listed here. The third one is Michelle. Now, I'm not going to list I'm not going to shout out your last name unless you say that's okay, and then I will. The fourth one is Valerie. The fifth one is Claire. And the sixth one is Dana. Not in that order, I can tell you, because Dana was my very first member in Beth's Golden Circle. But that's just the way that YouTube has got them listed. And I do appreciate these 6 viewers for just popping up there so quickly and joining it. It relieved my anxiety, and that was a gift. So thank you very, very much. Because this is all new to me. This is, I'm on uncharted waters. I've never done it before, and I'm learning as I go with this membership thing. So, okay. Again, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. This is Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. I will have a members-only video out this week. This is my second one in 2 days for the regular videos. So I am, because it's almost the end of the month, I am going to be doing a members-only video this weekend for them. And I did a short little splurt. It wasn't even 2 minutes, I don't think, just welcoming them. I was making my coffee, I think. I don't remember. And I'll try to do that for everybody too, every once in a while. And please, in the comments, let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you think about the thrift haul and the Christmas tree. I love the Christmas tree. I do. And let me know what you think about this. Somebody's going to love this, I know. And if there's anybody out here that would love it, I'll tell you what. I'll let it go for $10 plus shipping. You saw it here. I'll put it on Poshmark if I don't hear from anybody in a couple of days. Yeah. Alrighty. If you're interested in that, this is mine. This is mine. But if you're interested in that, $10 plus shipping, that is only for y'all. That is low, low, low. That is not what I would put it on if I was just selling it to anybody. But for y'all, I will continue to do it. $10 seems to be the price. I'm going to shut up now and say see you again real soon. Bye-bye. Oh, wait a minute. I wanted to tell you. Yep. I knew I was going to forget this. I am really excited because y'all know that I've been on YouTube doing this over 2 years. And I've had, I don't know how many companies contact me and ask me to do reviews. I've done reviews for just about everybody in resin, except for some of the smaller companies. But Let's Resin. I reached out to them because I wanted to try their bubble removing machine. I have the Resineers, and I bought that myself about 1.5 years ago, and it just doesn't remove the bubbles good for me. I bought a vacuum chamber, paid 3 times less for that thing, and it worked great for a couple of times, but then now the top, the lid is acting really weird, and it is so heavy and it is so bulky. And I saw that Let's Resin had a new one out, and I like the design. I like the fact that you don't have to pop that little silicone level out to let the air out. I like the fact that it's all clear and you can see down in it. I can put the camera on it without having to worry about the top being blocked. So it will be better for filming too. But it does the 99.9% pressure, which is what a vacuum chamber does. And the other ones don't. And so I'm really excited. I contacted them and asked them if they would please consider sending me one for a review. And it didn't take them 10 hours to contact me and say, we would love to do this. And so I am so happy. They have already sent it out, and they told me that it would take probably about 5 days. Oh, and Into Resin also finally contacted me and said that the mold that I had asked about buying, that they would go ahead and send it to me, has finally shipped. It will not get here in time because it takes about 30 days to get a mold from Into Resin. They are worth it, y'all. Into Resin molds are awesome. But I won't get it in time for Christmas. So the ideas that I had for Christmas will have to wait till next year. But I'm sure I will come up with other ideas to use it the next holiday. What's the next holiday after Christmas? New Year's. Do any of y'all ever make anything for New Year's? I really don't. So let me know in the comments if you do. I guess the next one after New Year's would be Valentine's Day, right? Do y'all make stuff for Valentine's Day? I used to for the kids when they were little, and I used to for the grandbabies for school. But I don't really do much for Valentine's Day either. And you got February and March, you get St. Patrick's Day, which I don't really do anything for St. Patrick's Day either. And then in April, of course, you got Easter. But I got to figure out something to do with that way before Easter. And then, of course, you got Mother's Day in May, and Father's Day in June, and 4th of July in July, and then, oh wow, okay, it just, yep, alrighty, I'm through talking now, y'all, I promise. Thank you again so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.